What's up, my dogs? Let's talk about gate selection for MX Simulator. Public service announcement. Yes, you can actually pick your gate on MX Simulator, okay? I still see so many people in this game that have no idea at all that they can pick their own gate. A lot of beginners don't know about it. I've even seen some amateurs racing in this game that have no idea that you can pick your own gate. They're just going completely off of whatever gate it gives them, right? So what I will say is, first thing first, okay? Well, I got everybody's attention. If you're trying to pick your gate, all you got to do is go into chat like this, okay? And you're just doing server, comma, space, gate, space, whatever gate you want, right? So my gate preference is now set to 69, right? There's not 69 gates, okay? So that's how you do it, though, okay? So server, you're just going into freaking typing in chat of the race, okay? Server, comma, space, gate, space, whatever gate you want, okay? This is going to set your preference to a certain thing. So I always do this before the race ever even starts, before the lineup check ever even starts. Like, if I know I'm in 450 Heat 2, right at the end of the first 450 Heat, I will go ahead and set my gate preference to whatever gate I want, and then it'll put us in the lineup check, and I'll do it again in the lineup check because things can change between the lineup check and the actual race itself, right? But that's how you do it. That's how you pick your gate. So the thing about this is, though, is it's not foolproof, okay? This is not like you're for sure going to get that gate, obviously, because everybody's picking a different gate, right? So the way it works is, okay, so I don't know exactly how the whole gate selection system works in this game. I've talked to multiple top dudes in RF. Nobody seems to really know like a foolproof way of it. You know what I'm getting at? Nobody seems to know exactly what's going on with it, but like what I'm saying is just because you select, okay, so this is the way it's supposed to work. Let me just say this. So it's supposed to work like whatever qualifying position you got in qualifying, right? That's kind of your like position in what gate you can actually select, like what you think it would be, like it is in real life, right? Even though you're not literally sitting there like going from gate to gate and picking your gate, and it's like, okay, this is my gate. You're literally just typing in chat of the race to pick your gate. So it's a little wonky, it's a little janky, it's a little like JLV really needs to put an actual gate selection system in this game that really works properly. But either way, it's better than nothing, right? You always got to remember that, I guess. So that's the way it works. So you always want to pick your gate, no matter what you finished in qualifying, no matter what you finished in your heat race or LCQ or whatever. You always want to pick your gate for that next race because you never know. You might get a gate. Some dude, see, it all depends on what gate they pick, okay? So let's say you qualify 10th, right? And you're in whatever race right before your heat race, and you're about to go in there and pick your gate, okay? Let's say on a track like this, you pick, I don't know, gate 5 over here, which is like a pretty good straight shot, 5 or 6, 7, gate 7, something like that, pretty good straight shot. There's going to probably be more people in front of you in qualifying that is qualified better than you, like better than a top 10 in qualifying. If you're sitting 10th, let's say the dude in 5th picks that same gate that you picked, picks gate 7, right? You both picked the same gate. Well, it's supposed to give it to that dude that was in 5th, right? So then where does that mean? Where does that put you at that point? What I think it does is I think it, like if somebody in front of you in qualifying picks the same gate as you, they get your gate, and then you're getting the closest gate to whatever gate that is that somebody else in front of you in qualifying hasn't picked, right? So that's why you always want to pick your gate. Like even if you're, 30th in qualifying, you still want to pick a gate because even though you might not get that exact gate, you're going to get a gate closer to whatever gate you're wanting versus it just being a complete random roll of the dice on where you're going to get a gate, right? So that's how it works. And I think in AMs and novice and stuff like that, there's not a whole lot of people even picking gates because they don't even know they can pick a gate. So you for sure could get a gate better than what you think you're going to get and those kind of things. Once you get to the pro level, everybody's picking a gate, so it's a little more hard to get it. But like if you're first in qualifying, the way it's supposed to work is no matter which gate you pick, you are supposed to get it if you're first in qualifying. There could be 30 people pick the same exact gate, but if you're first in qualifying and you pick that gate, it's supposed to give it to you. Like I say, I don't think this system is always 100% foolproof because it's kind of a little, let me just type in chat command real quick, right? It's not even really like an actual gate selection system at all. So it's not foolproof. It's not 100% accurate. And just because you pick a certain gate, I was telling you, like, even if you might not get that exact gate, you might get a gate close to it. I mean, that's just kind of what I've always thought it does. I don't know exactly, but that's always what it seemed to have done. So let me give you another little example here. So let's say you just hop in there in your heat race, right? And hit your heat race lineup check, right? And you qualified whatever 20th. Okay, and it's got you like way the hell out here somewhere by default, right? And you're sitting there in lineup check and you're like, okay, I'm going to pick a certain gate. Like, let's say you're thinking about picking one of these gates on the inside up here. Pick one of them, dog. Don't be scared to pick it thinking somebody else has it picked and you're not going to get it, because I think even if you don't get it, it's going to get you as close as you can be to that gate that somebody hasn't picked in front of you in qualifying, right? It's better to pick a gate that you want versus thinking you're not going to get one of those gates and trying to come over here and pick like one of these gates, which is a little more to the inside, just to try to get yourself off of where you were by default over here, right? You always want to pick the gate that you want no matter where you finished in qualifying, I guess is my point, because it's going to get you as close as it can to that gate, right? Like I say, I don't know how foolproof that all this, it's not 100%, like I'm saying. So don't get mad if you try to pick a gate and you're still way out here in Timbuktu, because that definitely happens. But it's one of those things, especially if you've like done really good in a heat race, you've gotten like a second or third in a heat race, you've got a pretty good gate selection, tier. You're at the top like 5 or 6 people as far as gate selection. So at that point, you pretty much know you're going to get the gate that you picked. If you've done really good in the heat race or you're really up there in qualifying, you pretty much know you're going to get it, right? So that's what it comes down to. But when you're already way out here in Timbuktu, you might as well just pick the gate that you want, because whatever you pick is going to be better than being out here in Timbuktu, right? So pick a gate. That's my whole point. No matter if you're out here in 40th gate, 40th qualifying position, pick a gate, because somebody might not pick a gate, and then it's going to give you the gate. That's technically the way that I think it works, right? If they don't pick a gate, you can basically steal their gate. Like, let's just say first in qualifying, it automatically plops him down here like, gate 5 or whatever, and you qualified 40th, and let's say he picks a certain gate, and nobody else picks that same gate. No. Let me back up just a step. Let's say first in qualifying doesn't even pick a gate, but he's like here by default, right? He's like on gate 5 by default, right? But he doesn't go in there and pick his gate in lineup check or whatever, right? But you're over there in 40th, you're over there on gate 40, okay, and you pick this gate that he's on and nobody else does, then you're going to get it. It's literally going to put you here because nobody's even selected that gate unless somebody has selected a gate somewhere close to that and they don't get it, but they're higher up in qualifying, it might go ahead and sling them into here because they're higher up in qualifying, right? It's a gate preference. That's what you're quote unquote selecting when you do what I'm talking about here. You're just selecting a gate preference. So, like I say, not 100%, not 100%, but still worth trying to pick your gate every single time, no matter where you qualify, no matter where you finish in your heat race. Pick your gate, okay? It's easy. All you got to do is hit T like this, server, comma, space, gate, space, whatever gate you want. Gate 1, gate 25, gate 69. It's not going to give you a gate at 69, but probably put you in gate 40 if you pick 69. But yeah, like, pick a gate, boys. Holy, pick a gate. There's so many people in this game don't even realize you can pick a gate. And I understand because it's not even really like a real gate selection thing. So, like, I get it, but it still mind baffles me to this day how many people are all the way to the level where they're amateur racing and still don't know that they can pick a gate. Like, even if you're in there on a random online lobby that's got, you know, absolute metric load of people in there, right? You've got 40 people in 01 or wherever the hell, you know, or you're in a Supercross server that's just filled to the max with people and you're trying to get a better, at least somewhat of a decent gate versus just being a complete random, you know, crapshoot at what gate you're going to get. You can pick your gate even in a random online server in this game. Most people just don't do it in a random online server because it doesn't, most time you don't even have enough people for it to even matter. But you know, if you're in there really like competitively racing with some dudes on a random online server, pick your gate, dog. That's how I even learned how to do it. Was way back when I was racing on 03, back when they had all those older Supercross tracks on there and would get real competitive on that stuff. You started to pick your gate because if you didn't, then dude that you're racing against could get a better gate than you and potentially could beat you in a random online race, which is not a big deal, but when you're really competitive with one guy that you're racing with every night on those servers or whatever, you know, you want to have your advantage. Or if you're trying to practice starting from these inside gates, like what you would be doing in a pro race, or if you want to purposely try to practice from starting on the far outside, you can pick your gate way out here on a random online server. You know, there's a lot of benefits to this gate selection thing that people just don't realize. But hopefully one day JLV will actually put a legit gate selection thing where it literally goes down through there where it's like, okay, lineup check. First dude in qualifying literally picks his gate and you get to see where he goes and then he's there. And then second in qualifying picks their gate and they can see where first is. You know, at the current point, you can't even really see where people would be because they can always change their gate in between line selection and the actual race. So you can't, you know how you go in there and kind of pick your gate on the official Supercross game, like in the campaign and stuff like that, or even in a random race. It's kind of, that's what, there should be a system sort of like that on MX Simulator, especially in the pro racing realm of it. Like, come on now, JLV, we got paid pro racing series going on and the gate picking is, it's definitely still got its issues and its weirdness and its bugginess and it's not always exact. And, you know, we definitely need a legit, real gate selection system into this game. But, like I say, I guess it is better than nothing. I guess it is better than it just being 1,000% random all the time. But if you didn't know about the gate selection in MX Simulator, it's there. You just got to type server gate, whatever gate you want, and that's what it is. So it's just, you just got to remember server, comma, space, gate, and then space again, and then the number of the gate that you want, right? It's just that simple. A lot of people get confused on this for some reason. Like they'll either put the number right beside gate, or they'll put the gate right beside the comma, and then the number. Listen, server, comma, space, the word gate, okay, space, whatever number gate that you want, and then you hit enter, and then boom, when you're in the server, it'll say your gate preference is whatever, right? And that's how you pick your gate on MX Simulator. So yeah, that's kind of, I mean, that was the main point of this guide. I wasn't really going into like what's the best gate to pick because that kind of goes more into my starts guide. But you know, most time you want to get it about as straight shot as you want to the start. This is all just like normal motocross stuff. But there's certain tracks where you can get way outside gates, and it's actually better because you can basically just completely sweep way the hell out and skip a lot of that inside carnage, because it's always there on MX Simulator. Literally always. Every single start, there's at least 7 dudes piled up on the inside. So you either have to be 100% or nothing on the inside, whereas the outside gives you a little more room to either speed up midways down the start or whatever, whereas when you're on this inside right here, I mean, it's 100%, dog. You got to really have the balls to get a start on the inside. You really got to be getting off that gate, timing quick, low gear, bottom end power to the ground, right? A lot of different elements to that, but so either way, that's how you pick your gate on MX Sim, boys. Appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.